From an empty plot of land to full commercial production in just 19 months, one company has made a $1.2 billion investment in American manufacturing. While Philip Morris International is historically known as the giant behind cigarette brands like Marlboro and Virginia Slims, it's now aggressively pivoting to adult consumers looking for a smoke-free alternative. And it's the company behind the widely popular nicotine pouch brand ZYN. It's celebrating the grand opening of that thing on your screen, a massive Aurora, Colorado campus. The facility has already begun commercial production of ZYN pouches and marks PMI's third domestic manufacturing plant as it expands its smoke-free portfolio across the U.S. Joining me now on a Fox Business exclusive is PMI U.S. CEO Stacey Kennedy. Stacey, good to have you on. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me, Liz.
You know, when you originally announced this project, I think back in 2024, the cost was pegged at $600 million. Now it's at $1.2 billion. Was that a choice to double the spend because of the growth in this region, or was it that land costs went up? Tell us exactly about this plant.
Liz, it's because we decided to advance phase two, and we moved forward the $1.2 full billion investment in Aurora because of growing demand. Nicotine pouches are growing at more than 20% year over year in a sustained manner among adult nicotine users, and particularly among smokers and traditional tobacco users that are making a better choice for a better product. So we want to stay ahead of that demand.
So I know that so far this year, 42% of your global total revenue comes from your smoke-free business, which is pretty much, I guess, on track, because that's what you guys have wanted to expand here. But can you put a dollar figure on the ZYN business?
So ZYN in the U.S., if you look at the earnings release that we just had, we announced a very strong second quarter. We improved net revenues by 38%. ZYN went to 2.9 billion pouches, and it's a milestone quarter for a number of reasons, Liz. Not only are we opening this fabulous 140-acre campus in Aurora, but we also received just a few weeks ago the FDA's most important authorization, which is a modified risk tobacco product authorization, which says that in essence, it's a health claim. It says that using ZYN instead of cigarettes reduces the risk of a number of significant smoking-related diseases. So that's one of the reasons that many smokers and other traditional tobacco users should be trying ZYN and already are, and that's exactly what we're focused on here today.
So I know you don't break out the numbers, clearly the dollar figures, but at anywhere from what, $4 to $6 a ZYN can, and then you do the math, and you've sold 2 billion of these things. I would imagine it is huge. You just mentioned the FDA. So the FDA, in a way, I call it a soft endorsement. They did put in that sort of tweaked, whatever you call it, I guess it's sort of that tweaked thing that says that this is less of a concern than the actual cigarettes themselves. Is that what you're seeing when you look at the adoption rates of people who are now using ZYN?
Well, Liz, I would call it much more than a soft endorsement. I think this is FDA's most definitive, highest level possible endorsement of risk-reduced products. This has millions of pages of scientific evidence. The FDA thoroughly reviewed all the evidence and concluded that using ZYN instead of cigarettes helps reduce risk of all these diseases. And so that is, in fact, one of the highest, and I would say hardest hitting authorizations that you could have in this industry. And ZYN is the first nicotine pouch to receive that authorization. So it's a major milestone. And we want to make sure that Americans who smoke all across this great country have that information, because Americans want choice. Americans want better products. Americans want factual, fact-based information from public health authorities. And Americans don't want to be told what to do. So this is the combination of bringing choice, better products, and factual information that's really important for smokers and other nicotine users.
How do you keep younger children, I'm talking middle schoolers to high schoolers, from picking up these cans and using them? Because nicotine is highly addictive in many cases. And while this is smoke-free, it's not necessarily tobacco-free. There may not be tobacco leaves or stems in it, but the nicotine is derived from tobacco. And the World Health Organization, Stacey, this is nothing you don't know, but they basically issued a strong warning about the rapid expansion of these pouches And I believe, according to the FDA in 2025, close to 500,000 high school and middle schoolers had said they had either tried it or used it, and ZYN is their favorite one of all the brands out there.
Well, Liz, I'm so glad that you brought this topic because it's one of the most important things to talk about, not only what's important to our company and to me personally, but also to set the facts straight. So first, as a U.S. CEO of a regulated industry, responsibility is at the core of everything we do. Beyond my role as U.S. CEO, I'm a mom of 17-year-old twins. And as a mom, I don't want my kids or anybody under the age of 21 using a nicotine product, and certainly not ours. So it's important that we understand how we bring better products to adults 21 plus who are currently using cigarettes and the most harmful form of consuming nicotine and other traditional tobacco products, better products, while keeping youth use exceptionally low. And for me, zero is the gold standard. And I am very proud by the fact that American adults are growing this category by switching at more than 20% year over year, while the youth use numbers for nicotine pouches remain extremely low. The CDC's National Youth Tobacco Survey's most recent survey showed that it's less than 2%. So the CDC National Youth Tobacco Survey is the definitive standard that we should be looking at in the U.S., and that is our goal, Liz. Keep Americans switching, adults, and keep it out of the hands of kids.
How do you think that these kids are getting it, and is there anything Philip Morris can do to prevent them from getting their hands on this through the retail channels? Because somehow they're getting it. Even this, look, 500,000 children, one is, as you said, too much. Zero is the gold standard.
It is. And so that's why we put our money where our mouth is. We work with government, with the FDA, with state and local officials, and we importantly work with our retail community. Retail community plays a very important role. It's the primary channel where nicotine pouches are sold. And so we partner with retailers, and we have very stringent plans and programs in place, including training and a lot of different efforts to make sure that nobody under the age of 21 can purchase a can of nicotine pouches. It's really important.
And we'll end with what we began with, and that is the Aurora plant. A lot of new jobs there, and there's sort of that halo effect in the community around the plant. Can you just quickly talk about how much money would be coming into that region?
Absolutely, Liz. It was 5,000 construction jobs to get this done in 19 months. You can imagine the economic impact beyond the 5,000 jobs. On an ongoing basis, it's about $550 million in annual economic contribution and impact. And that, of course, when you have 500 more employees and all of the indirect parties around, this means a lot for small businesses, for restaurants, for shops. I think the state of Colorado couldn't be prouder that we're here, and we are thrilled to be a major contributor to the community in and around Aurora.
Stacey, we have wanted you on to talk about ZYN and its popularity. I'm so glad you're here, and congratulations on the new plant. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Liz. Thanks for having me.